Have you ever felt like the person that you are just isn't who you are truly meant to be? That you were meant for so much more? Have you ever felt like you need to physically shed the skin of the past version of yourself to invite in something new, something exciting, something more in alignment? Then you, my friend, are in the right place. Welcome. Hi, my beautiful friends. My name is Cambria. I am a psychic medium. I'm a Reiki healing practitioner, and I'm a witch. I am also a human with the love of self-discovery and self-evolvement with just a little touch of magic. Today, I want to talk about the influence and power of our identity and the ways we can reshape and reinvent our sense of self to align with who we are truly meant to be. Witchcraft has also given me the tools to reclaim and rebirth myself in many ways, more than once. And I want to guide you to be able to do the same. And what a more perfect season to shed the skin of our ego than the beautiful season of Scorpio. I want to invite you to grab a journal. I feel like this video has a lot of little nuggets of truth that you can revisit as often as you need. So let's get started. Yay! Okay, here we go. Let's talk about reinventing our identity and what that really means. As we grow and evolve spiritually, I feel like we have all grown accustomed to the knowing that we are going to have to constantly shed past versions of ourselves in order to grow and allow something new to come in. If you've gone on any spiritual journey, you know that awakening doesn't just happen once, okay? It happens a lot. And as soon as you get comfortable and your ego kind of settles in with the version of you, who you are now, Spirit's like, no. Oh, you were comfortable? Think again. And something happens to completely shatter that, which is great. So I want you to know that the need and the knowing of our sense of identity being stripped and the knowing that it's going to have to eventually evolve into something else, you're on the right path, okay? And like it's part of the awakening process. And just being a human in general. If we were all going to be the same our entire lifetime on this earth, how boring. Just saying. Okay, when we attach ourselves to the identity of who we think we are actually resisting and blocking who we are truly meant to be. Sometimes our identity can be a reaction of our ego clinging to something that makes it feel safe, clinging to these limiting beliefs and these restrictions that keep us in a small, little confined bubble. That can be an egoic protection mechanism. And although we can be grateful that it has served us and protected us thus far, we can let go and allow something new to come in. I also want to point out that as we are working with shifting and changing our sense of identity, which can feel very overwhelming and heavy, I want you to bring the awareness to the fact that we are simply just uncovering and revealing who we are truly meant to be. You've heard me say it before, your most authentic, beautiful, radiating self. I feel like our society puts us into very small boxes from a very early age, and I feel like our society has this stigma around shifting and evolving and changing our identity. And in reality, it's simply just uncovering and unlayering who you are truly meant to be without the stigma that society and your ego has placed on you. So it's almost like your ego and society want to keep you in this very constricted, limiting belief system, sense of self. You know what I mean? It's almost like they want you to be confined in very small bubbles that don't let you be your most authentic, beautiful, radiating self. You know what I mean? Okay, let me put my foil hat down for a second. Rituals as a reclamation. Witchcraft provides us the tools and power to transform intention into action. It harnesses the power of intentional energy and directs it where to go. At the basis core of witchcraft, that is what we are doing. We are setting our intention and we are harnessing physical energy into tangible things like our rituals and our spells and our herbs and all of our tools, and we're directing it where to go. We can use witchcraft as a tool to shift our identity and harness that power and direct it where to go so we can thrive. If we want to shift our identity, the first step is really looking at our limiting belief system, what we believe to be true about ourselves, and getting very emotionally honest. I want you to more so focus on the interior of our limiting beliefs and what your ego is desperately trying to hold on to. What old patterns and habits is your current identity trying to hold on to? Getting clear and honest with yourself about what is holding you back from uncovering your truest, authentic self. The first step is going to be writing down any limiting beliefs that you have about this current identity and using our correspondences like full moon energy to harness the power of completion, of letting go, of releasing. This will set us up to allow our new identity to come in and take its place. And with death comes rebirth. What are we letting die and turn to ash so something new can come in and flourish and grow? Spellwork and intention setting is our next step. After the release and the death of our old identity, now comes the very exciting part where we get to reimagine our new identity. We can use the craft to anchor in visuals of our new self. And this is where I want you to aim really big, because why not? If you want to be a person who's spontaneous and joyous and fun and loving and nurturing, write that down. Harness in that power. If you can't imagine yourself as this magical, beautiful person, then who else will do that for you? You are allowed to see yourself however you want to, however magical that is or far out it seems, even if you've never been given that opportunity to be that person. You are allowed to reinvent yourself however you want to. You're allowed to welcome in this new identity. That is where the excitement and the fun is, and the universe and magic will respond to that energy every single time. This is where we are fully trusting in the power of our belief and in the power of our magic. Let's go over some correspondences that I believe are perfect for inviting in that new identity, and they are affirmations, sigils, and mirror work. I will always come back to the basics of how powerful positive affirmations are, because it is positively telling the universe what is true, and the more that you feel that they are true, the more power they have behind them and the more the universe will respond. And this is why letting go of those limiting beliefs and those restricting beliefs that we have upon ourselves is so important, because it sets us up to have so much more power and faith in what we are calling into our new identity. Sigils are also a perfect visual reminder of what we are calling into our new identity. Writing it down on a piece of paper and carrying it in your pocket, drawing it in your face cream in the morning if you're trying to call in your new identity as someone being super confident, putting it as the background of your phone, whatever we have to do, okay? I am a visual person. I like something tangible, so I work with a lot of sigils. I feel like they are a perfect little reminder of something that only I really know, and it's like a little hint of magic throughout the day when I see my sigil. Next up is mirror work, and I just want to talk about how if you haven't incorporated mirror work into your craft, I highly suggest you do so. I feel like it is so powerful, and it's more on the easier, accessible side to do. I have been working with mirrors in some of my spells and rituals that I normally feel like I wouldn't need to, or I wouldn't think to use a mirror, and it has made all the difference. And I feel like it really amplified my spells and my rituals. So working with mirrors, especially when we are saying our positive affirmations, if we are reinventing and reclaiming this identity, the first step is going to be looking at yourself, physically and metaphorically. And the perfect way to start with that is by saying our affirmations in a mirror. If you feel really uncomfortable and awkward at first talking about yourself in a positive tone, I invite you not to get discouraged, but use that as a tool and an invitation to grow. If we feel so uncomfortable saying positive things about ourselves to ourselves, we may have more limiting beliefs than we truly thought about ourselves. Encourage you to not get discouraged, work through the awkwardness. That is where that breakthrough is going to lie. And that is where it will truly transform your identity and your sense of self. As a magical practitioner and a manifestor, I feel like we all know this, but I'm going to remind you the power of visualization. I want you to hold that vision of your new identity, of your new beautiful version of yourself the entire time as you are intentionally working with these different correspondences throughout your ritual. I also wanted to share something a little personal. Hey, identity work and working with witchcraft has let me transform myself and who I consider myself to be multiple times. I have had some experiences recently that have unfortunately led me to really question and bring a lot up to the surface of who I am and who I am projected to be into the world. And unfortunately, these experiences have maybe chipped at a little piece of my soul, which I say unfortunately, but now that I am really harnessing in the power of everything is happening for you, it's not happening to you. I know that it was a blessing, however, it doesn't feel like it in the moment, you know what I mean? And these experiences have led me to and have led my ego to throw up huge walls and protect myself. And in turn, when that has happened to me, I could feel myself kind of closing off, and my sense of self and my identity followed in that. And while I can be grateful that my ego threw up those walls of protection around myself, I don't want to live in that space and live in that identity forever. And I knew it needed to change. And it also comes with the discernment and the knowing that some parts of our identity and our sense of self have become that way out of protection and out of needing to survive. Yes, that hard exterior came up and I maybe turned a little cold, which I hate that description because as an Aquarius, I feel like we get a bad rap of being cold. I think I'm warm and fuzzy, but whatever. I could feel my ego desperately trying to protect itself and cling to whatever it could to survive in that hostile experience. And while I can be grateful for that, I don't want to live in that space. And I knew what identity and what I wanted my identity to be was someone who is loving and nurturing and kind and not jaded and cold and thinking that the worst was going to happen. I released that version of myself with grace and with love, and I thank her for protecting me through those harder experiences and times. And I was so ready to invite in this new identity and sense of self that was loving and nurturing and allowed in all of the beautiful, sparkly, miraculous things. And this leads me to my next point, that as we are working with shifting our identity and sense of self, the more you will realize that it is connected to everything that we are creating around us. If you believe yourself to be someone that beautiful, miraculous things happen to all the time, then you, my friend, are going to have beautiful, miraculous things happen to them all the time. And just in turn, if you think that you are not someone worthy of beautiful things happening to them, then my friend, you are going to be stuck with dull, yucky mayonnaise things. Why do we want mayonnaise? Why are we settling for mayonnaise? We need to be calling in and asking for glitter chili peppers and confetti bombs. I don't know. If we want to see change happen on the outside, then we need to change what's happening on the inside, and that starts with our sense of self, our identity. Start intentionally shifting your sense of identity and what's happening on the inside, and attacking your limiting beliefs and your little tiny confining bubbles that your ego is putting you to. That's a perfect place to start. I know this can feel overwhelming and heavy, and anytime we go in and we look at what is limiting us and what is holding us back, it can feel very jarring and maybe scary at times. But I want you to know how magical you are, and shifting your identity and your sense of self is, I feel, at the core, the foundation of every magical practice, of every manifesting practice. I hope you realize and see the beautiful magical creature that you are underneath all the layers that society and your ego and trauma has placed upon you. And that reshifting our identity is simply just a reclamation of who we are truly meant to be, the remembering of who we are and what we came on this earth to do. And I will die on this hill. We need your most beautiful, authentic self now in this lifetime more than ever. I also want you to know how insanely powerful you are, and that you can shift your identity as many times as you need to. I love you. You are magic. You are divine. And I'll see you next time. Bye.